Venus, goddess of love, beauty, and abundance. Or is she? What if everything you thought you knew about Venus was a carefully constructed illusion? The truth is far more complex, and what's coming could change everything. On July 22nd, Venus will align with Jupiter and Uranus in Taurus, creating an energetic gateway, but this alignment is not the blessing everyone anticipates. Instead, it unlocks a hidden realm of spiritual dangers that most astrologers are desperately trying to ignore. What they aren't telling you could put your relationships, your finances, and even your soul at risk. Is it just coincidence? Or is there a deliberate reason this dark side of Venus is being kept from you? This alignment isn't merely about relationship squabbles or financial hiccups. It's about something far more sinister. A surge of negative Venusian energy attracting parasitic entities that feed off your love, your joy, and your very life force. But don't despair, for within this darkness lies a powerful opportunity, the chance to confront your deepest shadows, transmute destructive patterns, and ascend to a higher state of being. The alignment will push you to your limits, forcing you to confront the darkness within and around you, but only by facing it head-on can you truly break free. The ripples of this Venus alignment won't just affect your personal sphere, they'll extend outwards, influencing the collective consciousness. Venus shapes our cultural values, our artistic expressions, and our very perceptions of love and beauty. A distorted Venus can warp these perceptions, leading to widespread misguidance and societal unrest. The choices you make during this period won't just impact your life, they'll contribute to the collective narrative, either perpetuating the illusion or helping to break free from it. Expect heightened emotional turbulence in your relationships, a surge in deceptive financial schemes, and an increased vulnerability to unseen, malevolent influences. Your closest bonds could face unprecedented challenges, your financial stability might be tested by unforeseen circumstances, and your spiritual equilibrium could be thrown into disarray. This isn't a prediction of doom, it's a warning that with knowledge of these impending dangers, you can navigate the storm, protect your loved ones, and emerge stronger than ever. Understanding these risks isn't just about averting disaster, it's about seizing an opportunity for profound personal and spiritual growth. This isn't about instilling fear. It's about arming you with the truth, empowering you to thrive amidst the chaos. By recognizing these hidden threats, you can proactively safeguard your relationships, your finances, and your overall well-being. We aim to provide exclusive insights that can help you navigate potential pitfalls and achieve higher personal and spiritual growth. The only way to protect yourself and your loved ones from the negative effects of this Venus alignment is to be armed with the truth. Traditionally, Venus is celebrated as the harbinger of love, beauty, pleasure, and abundance, a beacon of beneficence in the astrological realm. It's often seen as a gentle, harmonious influence, a force that brings joy and connection into our lives. But this is only half the story. The conventional narrative obscures a darker truth, that Venus can also be a source of immense illusion, deception, and manipulation. Venus isn't just about roses and romance, it's also about power, desire, and the seductive allure of the superficial. Like a master illusionist, Venus can conjure an image of perfection, obscuring the underlying cracks and preventing genuine healing. The relentless pursuit of beauty and pleasure can become an insidious distraction, diverting our attention from the deeper spiritual needs that truly nourish the soul. This creates a superficial existence, chasing fleeting pleasures while neglecting the essential work of self-discovery and inner peace. Like a mirage shimmering in the desert, things may appear dazzling on the surface, but beneath the veneer lies a barren landscape of unmet needs and unresolved issues. During this alignment, the veil between worlds thins, creating an open channel for negative spiritual entities to infiltrate our lives. These aren't mere figments of our imagination. They are conscious, parasitic beings that feed off of Venusian energy. Succubi and incubi, entities that thrive on sexual energy, become more active, sowing discord and draining vitality from relationships. These entities aren't just lurking in the shadows, They are cunning manipulators, preying on our deepest desires and insecurities, exploiting our vulnerabilities for their own gain. As the Venus alignment intensifies, prepare for the surfacing of repressed shadow aspects within your relationships. Jealousy, possessiveness, and manipulative tendencies can surge to the forefront, creating conflict and triggering destructive behaviors. Past relationship traumas and unresolved insecurities will bubble up to the surface, threatening to destabilize even the most solid foundations. Are you perpetually repeating the same toxic patterns in your relationships? This Venus alignment could be the catalyst, the trigger that exposes the underlying wounds that need to be addressed. Why are mainstream astrologers deliberately downplaying the potential dangers of this Venus alignment? What hidden agendas are at play, obscuring the truth from the masses? Who benefits from keeping you in the dark about the darker aspects of Venusian energy? Are powerful forces at play manipulating Venusian energy for their own nefarious purposes? Is it a mere coincidence that the advertising industry, with its reliance on glamour and illusion, thrives during periods of intense Venusian activity? Or is there a more sinister connection, a deliberate exploitation of people's desires for profit and control? Certain corporations and institutions may be consciously harnessing the seductive power of Venus to manipulate consumer behavior, fueling a cycle of superficiality and dissatisfaction. Do you consistently attract the same type of partner, despite knowing they're detrimental to your well-being? Are you perpetually falling prey to financial scams that appear too enticing to resist? These recurring patterns could be vital clues, pointing towards deeper, unresolved issues that demand your attention. They could be indicative of unresolved traumas or the influence of negative spiritual forces that are subtly shaping your choices. Stay tuned, because in the rest of this video, we'll delve into the specific astrological configurations of this Venus alignment, exposing the secrets that others are trying to conceal. We'll explore the insidious nature of negative spiritual entities, revealing their tactics and vulnerabilities. And most importantly, we'll equip you with concrete, actionable steps you can take to protect yourself, your loved ones, and your future. Don't miss out on this crucial information. The time to prepare is now. Let's pull back the curtain and expose what's really happening with this Venus alignment, the knowledge that's been deliberately obscured, buried in ancient texts and esoteric traditions. This isn't just Venus bringing harmony, it's Venus wielding power. Look closely at the specific astrological configurations: Venus conjunct Jupiter and Uranus in Taurus, all squaring the moon in Leo. This isn't just good fortune. Jupiter amplifies everything, including the disruptive force of Uranus and the possessive tendencies of Venus in Taurus. Then the moon in Leo, craving attention and validation, gets caught in the crossfire, amplifying emotional dramas and ego clashes. Have you felt this tension building in your relationships already, that underlying sense of unease masked by grand gestures and promises? While mainstream astrology might tell you this alignment is about expansion and embracing change, the shadow interpretation reveals a potential for reckless extravagance, inflated egos, and a dangerous disregard for practical realities. Venus square Saturn, for example, is often presented as a need for patience in love and finances. But what if it's a cosmic stop sign? What if it's a sign that the relationship or financial commitment is fundamentally flawed and needs to be dissolved, not salvaged? This isn't about waiting for things to get better. It's about recognizing when a situation is beyond repair, a hard truth many astrologers avoid. The usual narrative focuses on perseverance, but this is what allows negative patterns to continue. Consider the scandalous relationship between Queen Elizabeth and the Earl of Essex. Astrological charts at the time show a similar Venus alignment, fueling Essex's ambition and Elizabeth's vanity, leading to his downfall and her deep regret. Or think of the South Sea Bubble, a historical financial crisis fueled by speculative frenzy during a powerful Venus transit. This isn't just history. It's a pattern repeating itself, an echo of Venusian energy gone awry. What early warning signs are you seeing in your own life? Sleepless nights filled with anxiety, sudden unexpected expenses, or maybe just a gnawing feeling that something isn't right. Those in power benefit from you focusing on the shiny objects, the superficial pleasures, while they quietly manipulate the underlying currents. The beauty industry, the fashion industry, the entire entertainment complex thrives on your insecurities, your desire to be loved and accepted, and it uses glamour to distract you from the truth. The suppression of this darker knowledge is no accident. It's a calculated strategy to keep you enslaved to fleeting desires, fueling the machine that profits from your vulnerability. See the charts, see the patterns. The illusion is real, and it's designed to keep you compliant. Now let's descend into the shadowy realms, where unseen forces gather, drawn to the potent Venusian energy like moths to a flame. We're talking about negative spiritual entities, beings that exist just beyond our perception, feeding off our emotions and influencing our actions. Have you ever felt drained after being around someone, as if they've sucked the life out of you? You're not being paranoid, you're being perceptive. Energy vampires are real, and they are drawn to the amplified emotional states that this Venus alignment creates. Then there are the succubi and incubi, entities that prey on sexual energy, infiltrating dreams and creating unhealthy attachments, leaving you feeling depleted and confused. As the veil between worlds thins during this alignment, these entities gain easier access to your emotional body, amplifying existing vulnerabilities and traumas. That nagging feeling of insecurity, that persistent fear of abandonment, these become open doors, inviting these parasitic forces to take hold. The weakened veil doesn't just allow for fleeting encounters, it's an invitation for prolonged influence, exacerbating your deepest fears and manipulating your desires. Are you ready to handle who or what might be watching you? But knowledge is power. You can protect yourself. Visualize a shield of white light surrounding you, deflecting negative energy and creating a boundary of protection. This isn't just a New Age practice, it's a practical defense against unseen forces. Use crystals like clear quartz or obsidian to create an energetic grid in your home, amplifying positive energy and repelling negativity. Wear black tourmaline jewelry to absorb unwanted energies. These aren't just pretty trinkets, they are tools for maintaining your energetic sovereignty. Pay attention to your dreams. Recurring nightmares, disturbing imagery, or a sense of being attacked in your sleep could be signs of spiritual interference. Nightmares involving snakes, spiders, or shadowy figures aren't just random occurrences. They are messages, warnings that your energetic boundaries have been breached. Keep a dream journal and look for recurring themes, patterns that point to underlying vulnerabilities. Remember, recognizing the tactics used by these entities is the first step to resisting their influence, protecting your relationships, your finances, and your spiritual well-being. Are you willing to confront what's lurking in the shadows, or will you remain a pawn in their game? Let's talk about money. Venusian energy can be easily manipulated to create a false sense of security and trust, luring you into financial traps. Scammers know this, and they exploit your desire for love, acceptance, and status to drain your bank account. That charming stranger who showers you with compliments and promises of a luxurious life, that's Venusian energy weaponized. Those too good to be true investment opportunities promising quick riches and financial freedom, that's Venusian energy distorted. Consider the pyramid schemes that target aspiring beauty entrepreneurs, promising untold wealth through the sale of overpriced cosmetics. Or the celebrity endorsements that inflate the value of dubious products, preying on your desire to emulate the rich and famous. Or the dating apps that facilitate romance scams, preying on your loneliness and vulnerability. These aren't isolated incidents, they are part of a larger pattern, a deliberate exploitation of your desires for profit and control. Before handing over your hard-earned money, ask yourself, does this opportunity truly align with my values and long-term goals, or am I being swayed by empty promises and superficial glamour? Before making any financial decision, consult with a trusted advisor, someone who isn't afraid to tell you what you don't want to hear. Review the fine print, scrutinize the terms and conditions, and consider the potential risks involved. Don't let your emotions cloud your judgment. Instead, approach every financial decision with a healthy dose of skepticism and critical thinking. Do a financial shadow work and ask yourself, what is my earliest memory of money? What beliefs did I inherit from my family about wealth and poverty? How do my emotions influence my spending habits? Answer these questions honestly, and you'll gain invaluable insights into your financial vulnerabilities. If you consistently overspend on luxury items to impress others, it's time to face the uncomfortable truth. Your self-worth is tied to external validation. The shadow aspects of relationships are particularly potent during this Venus alignment. Jealousy, possessiveness, control, and manipulation can surge to the forefront, threatening to unravel even the strongest bonds. That nagging feeling of insecurity, that irrational fear that your partner is cheating, these are often rooted in past relationship traumas. A past experience of infidelity, a childhood marked by abandonment, can trigger intense jealousy and distrust in a current relationship, even if there is no evidence of wrongdoing. Are you constantly walking on eggshells, afraid of triggering your partner's insecurities? That's a sign that unresolved traumas are lurking beneath the surface, waiting to explode. Write a letter to your younger self, acknowledging the pain and trauma you experienced in past relationships. Honor the experiences that have shaped you, but do not allow them to define you. Identify the patterns you have repeated, the unhealthy dynamics you have tolerated, and commit to breaking free from them. Stop recycling the pain, transmute it into strength. Instead of saying, "You always make me feel," try saying, "I feel." When you do, instead of trying to control your partner's behavior, focus on expressing your needs and setting clear boundaries. This is a Venus alignment, so use it to align yourself with your partners with honest, loving, and transparent communication. Ultimately, this Venus alignment is about seeing through the illusion of perfection, recognizing that true fulfillment comes not from external validation or perfect relationships, but from cultivating inner peace and self-acceptance. By focusing on your own personal growth and spiritual development, you can attract healthier and more fulfilling relationships into your life. Instead of chasing after the fleeting pleasures of the material world, cultivate gratitude for what you already have. Instead of comparing yourself to others, celebrate your unique gifts and talents. Each morning, look in the mirror and say, "I love and accept myself unconditionally." The goddess asks for self-love, not superficial obsession. Are you ready to step beyond the glamour, to confront the hidden dangers, and to reclaim your power? Because this is just the beginning. In our next section, we'll delve even deeper, providing you with even more advanced tools and techniques for navigating this turbulent time, showing you that alignment can be a path to ascension if navigated consciously. Don't go anywhere. The most important revelations are yet to come. So, to recap, we've uncovered suppressed astrological knowledge, revealing how Venus isn't just about love and beauty, but also about hidden power dynamics. We've explored the potential for spiritual warfare, understanding that unseen entities are drawn to Venusian energy. We've exposed financial manipulation, where glamour and desire are exploited for profit. We've faced the shadow aspects of relationships, the jealousy and control that can surface during intense Venus transits. And we've shattered the illusion of perfection, realizing that true fulfillment comes from within. Remember, this knowledge is your shield. While others remain blind to these forces, you now possess the insight to navigate them consciously. This alignment isn't just a threat, it's an opportunity to deepen your empathy, to integrate your own shadow, and to rise above manipulation. Facing these truths takes courage, but you've shown you're not afraid to look beneath the surface. This Venus alignment isn't some isolated event. It's a reflection of the larger cosmic dance between light and darkness, constantly playing out within us and around us. The reason this knowledge is often kept hidden is simple. An informed populace is harder to control. Those who benefit from superficiality and materialism don't want you to see the strings they're pulling. Look at how distorted Venusian energy manifests in our society. The obsession with cosmetic surgery, the worship of celebrity culture, the endless pursuit of fleeting trends. By healing your relationship with Venusian energy, by embracing authenticity and rejecting superficiality, you contribute to a more positive and balanced world. Choose experiences over acquisitions. Start a new hobby instead of mindlessly purchasing a product you don't need. Write poetry instead of gossiping. Remember, each of you has unique gifts to share, and the world needs your authentic expression. So, what can you do right now to protect yourself? First, visualize a shield of light around you, deflecting negative energies. Second, commit to daily shadow work, confronting your fears and insecurities. Third, approach all financial decisions with discernment, questioning every promise that seems too good to be true. Fourth, communicate openly and honestly in your relationships, setting clear boundaries and expressing your needs. Remember, you have the power to choose what you allow into your life and what you choose to reject. You might be asking, is this something I really need to worry about? Or is every alignment this intense? The answer is nuanced. Not every alignment carries the same weight, but this particular configuration amplifies existing vulnerabilities. While it isn't always dangerous, it always provides opportunities for the wise and discerning. Trust your intuition. If something feels off, it probably is. You have the inner resources to overcome any challenge and emerge stronger than before. But this is not the end of the story. In future videos, we'll dive deeper into advanced spiritual protection techniques, explore specific shadow work exercises, and provide astrological forecasts for upcoming Venus transits. What about future retrograde cycles? What about other planets and their influences? There is always more to learn. I encourage you to explore the works of Liz Green, delve into the symbolism of Lilith in astrology, and research other areas that resonate with you. Now, I want to hear from you. Share your experiences, insights, and questions in the comments below. What challenges are you facing during this alignment? What protective practices have you found helpful? And if this video resonated with you, please like it, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your friends and family. This Venus alignment is not an ending, it's a beginning. It's a stepping stone to a more fulfilling and authentic life. Embrace the journey of self-discovery and create a future filled with love, joy, and abundance. The next such alignment will bring even more challenges and even greater opportunities for those who are